What is this strange looking thing that looks kind of like a medieval torture device? I made it out of wood, nails, and an old canvas. And when I'm making my Christmas ornaments, I can use the nails to support the Christmas ornaments on, like a little pedestal. So stay tuned to the video and see how versatile this little guy is and how easy it is to use. Maybe it'll help you too. First thing I'm going to do is take off my caps. This is why I love this jig so much, because I can position these balls any way I want. I can position them like that, from the side, I can pour from the top. You can't do that with the traditional method, with popsicle sticks or dowels. You just seem kind of limited to one way, which is this way. I have some paints that I've already mixed up. I do not even know what colors these are. I just know they're blues. Well, some of them are blues. And I may have to mix up some more, a little bit more of this. I don't have any in the squirt bottle. So if I'm using Floetrol and a highly pigmented paint, I'm usually mixing 1 part paint to 4 parts Floetrol. This is from Joann. This is some of their, I guess, their cheaper paint. It's like $1 and something per bottle. So I'm not sure how pigmented it is, but I've had good results with the 1:4 ratio with the Joann paints, so that's what I'm going to do. And I need some more Floetrol. And I eyeball it. It's not an exact mix, but why I like Floetrol is the cell action that I get a lot of times. Hardest decision is figuring out what color to start with and making sure that I don't have any boogers. And by boogers, I mean anything that will keep your bottle from stopping up. Oh, so I think I've invented a new pouring method called the sloppy pour. All right, so since I have a lot of this aquamarine, aquamarine, I'm going to start with that. All right. So let's just get started. Wherever the paint goes, that's where it goes. Let's get some blue on there. Aiming for coverage, so I'm being a little sloppy. Let's try lighter blue. This may be the same color though, I don't know. It is. Let's not use that. Let's get this one. I'm going to show you another way too that I found. And the reason I'm doing this I'm being quick is because I need to make as many as I can in the next couple of weeks, because I sold so many at my last show that I ran out of all my inventory for these upcoming shows. So I'm having to crank them out. A good problem to have, but this one's got a booger in it. Yeah. That one has stink to it. All right, I'm going to put some white. And we're just gonna let it drip. Okay, you could blow on it a little bit if you want to. We're just gonna let it drip. All right, second method. Hold it in your hand. I'm gonna put a glove on because, like I said, this is the sloppy method. So, glove. Okay, hold it in your hand. And you could even like hold it over the other balls. Okay. And just pour it all over. Okay, keep it turning maybe. And then do your second color. Oh, that was interesting. I'm starting to run out. Oh, that's the same color. All right. Where's my blue? There we go. See what I'm doing? We're just being really sloppy with it. Wasting a lot of paint, but we're not. Okay. So look at these little swirls. I love that. When you do this on a tumbler turner, which I haven't done in a really long time, you get some really, really cool effects. All right, so we're going to let that one go. Let that one drip. Let's do one more. Start with white. It's cool. I think I like the other way better, like this way. All right, let's let these dry for a bit. It's going to be overnight probably. So I'll set these aside. this glove. The next day, everything was dry, and I flipped them all over, and boy, I really got some cool patterns on these. I did no blowing, no modification whatsoever. So I'm going to use some Aleene's tacky glue. You can use clear tacky glue, or you can use the original tacky glue. They both dry clear, but I do snip the end off of my glue nozzle just to make it easier to pour out. And then I'm using my mermaid trash that I make, and I will link a video to how I made my mermaid trash in the description. So now I need to just kind of make some room. I'm going to pour my mermaid trash into a little container. And short story, the mermaid trash is just a combination of chunky sand and crushed glass and glitter and little itty bitty shells, and it's just kind of a cool little mixture, and that's what I like to use. And I just pull out any big chunky pieces that I don't want to use. And then the reason I snip the end off of the bottle is just to make the glue come out a little faster, and because this stuff is really thick, and that's why I like to use it. It's because it is thick and it sticks to the ornament, and it does the shells, the mixture does stick to it really, really well, and I just have a hard time getting this stuff out of the bottle sometimes, but even with the end snipped off. And so then I just put a big glob of glue and then just kind of smoosh a bunch of the mermaid trash on to the ornament, and then I put a little bit more on to the top, which probably isn't really necessary, but I do it anyway just to make it stick. And I will end up putting resin on top of the sand, the mermaid trash, when it's time to finish up. And so just putting glue on a couple ornaments at a time, maybe that'll speed things up, but it does tend to run a good bit. I'm just, I'm always trying to kind of figure out a better way to do this. And I mean, this works really well, and you'll see why in a minute. What happens as the mermaid trash kind of settles into the tacky glue, the tacky glue will just start to run down the ornament, and it takes the mermaid trash with it. And you'll see in a minute how cool this can be. I think that's coming up right here. So watch this. So see how the mermaid trash kind of spreads out with the glue, and it's sort of running down, and it's really a cool effect. It's a really cool effect. And I'm just speeding it up because it's literally the same thing over and over and over. But here you can see on that one in the middle how it will just start to spread down, and it spreads over the ornament in kind of a natural little organic shape. I know the focus is off, but and then I got to thinking, all right, maybe there's a better way to do this. Instead of putting the glue on the ornament and then taking my hand and kind of spreading it on the ornament, here you can really see it spreading down. It kind of like blooms out. So then I got to thinking, well, why not put the glue on the ornament like I'm doing here? Maybe I don't need as much. And then I'm going to pick up each one. Wait, maybe one more. Just trying to find a better way, because I kind of batch make a bunch at a time. I think this is 24 or 25. I don't remember. So, okay, I am putting the mermaid trash on this one. But then I got to thinking, why not try to Okay, I'm putting a little bit more glue. I probably shouldn't be doing a voiceover, but my sound wasn't working. So then why not just try to squish it into the container, and that works. That really did work out. So putting a little bit more glue on it, I know that's out of camera, but and then just squishing it into the container, and lo and behold, that works out so much better. So pushing it down into the sand already smooshes the glue out, and it just, I don't know, it's just quicker. It's a much quicker process for me. Now the sand in the container does get kind of goopy, but it's still, it still spreads out naturally, and I don't know, it's just kind of cool. So that last one, I don't know, it was almost running out. Now I have other containers. It's not like I was, worried about not having enough glue, but I'm just stingy and I like to use every little bit. Okay, so now I'm taking my little silver charms, well, fake silver charms, and they have the little bezels on the top so that you can hang them on a necklace. And while the glue is still wet, I'm just taking, no, I let these dry. I did let the sand dry, and then I'm taking these little silver charms. I had to snip off the top bezel, and I'm taking E6000 and just putting a little silver charm. These are like little turtles and seahorses and whatnot, and putting them on top of where the sand is, and then mixing up some resin. I'm using KSRESIN liquidy split. Make sure you use my discount code in the description. You can get 10% off of your order. This is awesome stuff. It's fast set. It works so well on these ornaments. And I'm just putting a really thin layer on the painted part of the ornament, and then I'll go back and drizzle the rest of the resin on top of the sand just to really secure it. It's just a skim coat. There's not a whole lot of resin on it. And then once the resin is dry, I just put the little metal hanger thingy back on, and then I put some raffia twine, ribbon twine, I don't know what it is. Just tie that as a hanger, and this is just a really cute way to hang them. And here they are all finished. So I made 24, and if I were to guess start to finish, like if I started them early one morning and worked until they were done, probably you could do these in a day between the paint drying. Maybe not, maybe 2 days. Let's just say 2 days, because the paint does have to dry before you put the resin. But this is super fun. These turned out really well, and you can get all kinds of neat patterns with your paint pouring. I really do love paint pouring, especially in these ornaments. I don't know. I really like the sand and how it just kind of spreads around. Super fun. So thanks for watching. Here they are all finished, and got a lot of different patterns. I use the same color on pretty much all of them, but look how different they are. These are just all completely different. And I like adding the sand because it just adds a little beach vibe. So that's where I live. I live at the beach, and people like these little ornaments. So thanks for watching. Give this a try, and I don't know, maybe you'll like it too. Thanks again. Bye.